Alright guys, I'm back. Sony says UK's U-turn on Microsoft Activision deal is surprising, unprecedented, and irrational. Well, to them it may be, but, let's just say Sony's still upset that they may actually have to compete now, you know? I don't know what to say outside of the constant whining I'm hearing from their side. I'm not trying to pick on them, it's just what they're coming off as. Just saying that before I move on here. The CMA's response is full of errors and oversights, Sony says. UK government's Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, has published the responses to its provisional findings. Microsoft's proposed deal to buy Activision would not limit competition in the console space. This was a major change, as the CMA originally provisionally said it could. The response from Sony Interactive Entertainment is what many might have expected. CIA said the CMA did a U-turn, calling the move surprising, unprecedented, and irrational. Sony Interactive Entertainment said there exists a significant body of evidence to support the suggestion that Microsoft could incentivize to withhold Activision content from PlayStation platforms, thus lessening competition. Not really. They're signing deals with everyone under the sun, so they're undoubtedly unlikely to do that. Sony, I don't know what you're talking about from your side. They basically have to follow those deals now, or else they can get fined or other things happen to them. I'm not really that familiar with the court system, but I can understand that much. The CMA said in its uploaded response that Microsoft would have no financial incentive to make Call of Duty and other Activision content exclusive to Xbox. This is a point that Microsoft itself has been making, saying it makes no business sense to take Call of Duty off PlayStation. Yeah, it doesn't. Think about it, guys. You own the IP for Call of Duty at that point. You can sell it on your competition's platform and get them to pay you money. That sounds like a deal. I'm just saying, man. There's no financial sense for them not to do that. For its part, SIE said respectfully. For its part, Sony Interactive Entertainment said it respectfully questions the CMA's decision and how it came to it. For some background, the CMA said it was looking at the lifetime values of an average gamer to estimate Microsoft's incentive to make Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox. Sony Interactive Entertainment respectfully questions whether this can be the cause for any model in particular, given the CMA's explanations that quantitative modeling is subject to uncertainties and has to rely on assumptions where information is imperfect, which limits the weight we can give this type of evidence. More specifically, the reliance on the revised lifetime value models is unsound because it includes serious conceptual errors that bias the analysis in favor of finding that Microsoft does not have an incentive to foreclose, so Sony said. Just one argument after another with them that's completely wrong on its very face. I don't know. That's basically the state of what's going on with the deal right now. Sony's up in arms over it because they're getting investigated by the regulators now because of their practices, and now they're kind of just like, what happened? Why did you turn in Microsoft's favor? Well, I don't know. Maybe because you got your own dirty laundry yourself, too. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to move on from this. Sony is reportedly working on a PlayStation Cloud streaming handheld. Could this be PSP's back? No, I doubt it. It's probably something completely different. But the important part is, guys, they're getting back into handhelds. Several insiders have reported that Sony is working on a handheld device built to run cloud streaming, but the details are murky, of course, as they always are. I doubt they're going to put everything out in the open. More than a decade after the release of the last PlayStation handheld, the Vita, several reliable leakers have reported that Sony is making on some sort of handheld device built to run cloud streaming, which makes sense that any handheld in 2024, almost going on 2024, is going to have cloud in it. If Microsoft decided to make a handheld tomorrow, there's no way that they wouldn't include cloud with their Game Pass subscription. As reported by Insider Gaming, the device is codenamed the Q-Lite and will require the PlayStation 5. It's set to use Sony's existing remote play function and to adaptively stream gameplay to the Q-Lite up to 180 to 60 frames per second. The report further suggests that the Q-Lite will resemble a PlayStation 5 controller with a massive 8-inch LCD touchscreen. In the center, it will feature adaptive triggers, volume buttons, speakers, and an audio input jack. It's currently set to release before the PlayStation 5 Pro and after the rumored detachable disc drive. I think these two are going to be released around the same time. I'm going to be honest with you guys, because the reason it makes me think that is this is basically an iteration of the current generational console they have right now. I don't think they're changing anything hardware-wise, aside of the fact that they're just going to be selling you a digital edition and giving the option to buy a disc tray later. And they're just going to completely remove the other one from the market. And then this is an upgraded version of the current console, probably going to have a disc drive. So why have the current one on the market? I don't know, you guys tell me. I think that's what's going on with that. Anyway. And they said this is going to come out before that. I'll have to wait and see, but it seems to have some legs. I keep seeing all these things coming up in articles that so many times to the point where they have to be true at this point, because it's more than one article at this point. Report reveals how Activision Blizzard merger would quickly make Xbox a live service juggernaut. Yeah, I'm sure it will. I mean, big companies buying more big companies. How are they not a juggernaut already? For now, EA is eating everyone else's lunch for FIFA 2023. EA is currently the most popular games publisher across PlayStation and Xbox by monthly active users. Well, I don't know about that, but with all their microtransactions and stuff, although they have been coming out with a lot of single-player experiences, so I'll give them that, I guess. With the Star Wars, Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order, and Mass Effect. Not Mass Effect. Dead Space remake. Historically, though, I wouldn't really say so. According to new data from Ampere Analysis, Xbox stands to surpass it if the Activision Blizzard acquisition goes through. Possible. This still won't put them anywhere near Sony. It just forces them to freaking Sony to actually compete, which is what they're complaining about right now. Yes, it would do that, though. They're not exactly wrong in this article. According to Ampere Analysis, EA has constantly been the top publisher across PlayStation and Xbox based on share of MAU since September, which is when Ampere Analysis started tracking. Speaking to IGN Analysis, Piers Harding Rolls says he suspects EA's dominance has gone on for some time prior. Since September, EA has constantly held about 16% of the market share. MAU's Epic and Activision Blizzard have battled over second place, hovering between 9% amidst almost 15% of MAU's market share, with Activision Blizzard overtaking Epic in October and November thanks to the launch of Overwatch 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Epic, of course, continues to rely primarily on Fortnite. I think this is much needed competition for EA too, because they're now starting to actually do what people want and actually make good single player experiences. None of this live service freaking microtransaction crap anymore, because that's getting old. And this will actually force their hand to start actually making changes. Thank God, Microsoft. Whether you become a monopoly or not, as long as people are starting to compete from this is gold. PlayStation ends accessibility tags to the PS5 game store. The tags will roll out globally this week. They also mentioned something about the controller, the Project Leonardo, basically PlayStation's version of the accessibility controller for disabled people and stuff like that. I think Microsoft was doing something like that too. It's just good that these companies are doing that kind of stuff. These are More than 50 tags spread across 6 categories, including visual accessibility, text size, color alternative, audio cues, and directional audio indicators, audio, volume control, screen readers, and visual cues alternatives, subtitles and captions, subtitle size, clear captions, and large captions. Control options, button remapping, thumbstick sensitivity, ability to adjust, button hold, rapid button presses, or motion controls. Gameplay, options, difficulty settings, skippable puzzles, simplified quick time, events, and game speed. Basically, you get the point. They're just basically including these in the description for any game you buy in the PlayStation store. To make it sure you know which accessibility features that come with a game in the software you're purchasing. Pretty self-explanatory with that one. COD Modern Warfare 2 teaser confirms Alejandro and Valeria for Season 3. These are those 2 new characters that appeared in the campaign. Mexican Special Forces. Alejandro and Valeria will face off in Season 3. Activision has revealed a new teaser clip ahead of Season 3 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, revealing the seasonal narrative will revolve around Alejandro Vargas and Valeria Garza. I probably butchered that, but you know what I mean. And teaser trailer tweeted by the Call of Duty account shows a brief clip of Alejandro suiting up for a fight, saying, Valeria's escape, let's fight fire with fire. First 2 raid episodes have centered around Price, Gaz, and Farah, but it's looking like Season 3's raid story will shift to Alejandro's pursuit of Valeria. To this day, I still haven't purchased a single battle pass for this game, only because I never figured I would complete them anyway, so I felt like it was a waste of money. Although, I am thinking about getting some of the characters in the shop here, because they're apparently, I could get Price right now, I could get, what's his name? Gaz, I think it's Gaz. And I believe they have one for, Ghost, too. The original skins. I don't really like too colorful skins when it comes to Call of Duty. I don't know, it's just not my thing with that. So, all this, like, there's an operator with purple hair in the thing, and I was like, nah, I'm good. That's just me personally, though, guys. Amazon lays off around 100 game division employees, but game devs teams will expand. Yeah, Amazon's one of those companies right now that's, as it's starting to get into gaming, they basically canceled so many of their projects that I'm wondering if they're having trouble in paradise. This 100 at some point will probably balloon. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at their history of their games so far since they've started getting into gaming, and they have probably one of the worst track records of some of the new companies getting into gaming outside of Google Stadia, obviously, because they already canceled their projects early. Yes, it's a mess over there at Amazon Gaming Division, from what I've seen. Around 100 Amazon employees working in its gaming division have been laid off, with the cuts affecting those working at company San Diego Development Studio as well as Prime Gaming and Game Growth divisions. Amazon Games Vice President Christoph Hartmann, in a memo to employees via Bloomberg, said that going forward, Amazon will continue to invest in our internal development efforts and our teams will continue to grow as our projects progress. Hartmann said remaining employees at Amazon San Diego Studio will double down on pre-production of currently unannounced projects, and that the company's Montreal-based development studio, which is working on another unannounced project, will expand. Work on Amazon's MMO New World will continue. Companies only internally develop title, not counting the unreleased and later on canceled Crucible. There you go. I was just talking about cancellations with them. And Amazon recently announced the New World would be shifting to seasonal content model, with the game's first season having launched today. Yeah, they have one of the worst track records with canceling games so far out of the new companies, as I said, making games. They're the absolute worst. I've looked at all of them, like their financials and stuff like that, and I'm like, holy crap, look at all these cancellations on this list. I'm like, how are they still operating right now? Which would also explain why they're taking money away from Twitch and stuff like that, because they haven't been throwing money into Twitch. Because they're so focused on getting other stuff off the ground, like their gaming division. The layoffs to Amazon's various gaming divisions come as part of an even larger round of mass layoffs that Amazon said in March would affect around 9,000 employees. Around 400 of those laid off were from Twitch. There you go. The popular streaming platform that Amazon acquired in 2014. Which they're completely neglecting right now. Western Digital Xbox Series X and S storage expansion cards leak. Finally, we have some competition to the Seagate SSDs. I mean, they're still expensive, don't get me wrong. They're just maybe a little bit less expensive. The WD Black C50 expansion cards will seemingly be priced lower than the competition. Seagate 1TB Xbox memory cards usually sell for $220. That's basically 1/3 of an Xbox Series X. Breathe. Although you can grab one of Amazon's right now for just $190 alternatively. Well, up to $40 less. These 22TB expansion card is on sale for $390. Perhaps the new competition will usher in an era where Xbox expansion cards receive more regular and impactful discounts. That would be great. I still don't have one for my Series X and S. Only because I just uninstall games I don't play and just install the ones I play until I complete them and I get bored of them, and then I uninstall them and install new ones. That's basically how I go about it. Maybe as these prices start coming down on these things, I'll think about it, but right now, not really. Tell me what you guys think. Pokémon Stadium comes to Nintendo Switch Online next week. Now we just need to get all the Pokémon games that we can no longer get anymore on 3DS and Wii and bring them over to the emulation part of Switch Online on Game Boy Advance. Pokémon Stadium will be the latest in N64 game release for the Nintendo Switch Online, with launches on April 12th. The classic game will also have online multiplayer function now, for the first time letting players battle their teams of Kanto Pokemon with their friends over the internet. To be honest with you guys, this is one of the Pokemon games I never played back in the day. I actually never played Pokemon XD Gales of Darkness. I played Coliseum when I was younger on the GameCube. I remember that. Pokemon Battle Revolution. I remember that on the Wii. All the time used to play that. I remember transferring my Pokemon from my DS, Pokemon Platinum, Diamond, and Pearl, and we used to go ham on that all the time. Yeah, but they need to bring back the Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Pokemon Crystal, Gold, Yellow, Blue, Green, or Blue, Red. I don't think they had green back in the day. Beside the point. You get what I point. All the 3DS Pokemon games, the original Pokemon games they had on the 3DS, they need to bring over to the Switch Online. Seeing as they already completely canceled the 3DS and Wii U stores anyway. So those are impossible to play now. And if Nintendo is going to be such a bugger when it comes to emulation, I feel that they should do that at least. ASUS is making its own handheld gaming PC to compete with Steam Deck. The ROG Ally is not an April Fool's joke, it's real. So this was apparently released on April Fool's and people just took it that way. ASUS is developing its very first gaming handheld PC, the ROG Ally, to compete with the Steam Deck. Although the company released the trailer for the PC gaming handheld on April Fool's Day over the weekend, the PC gaming handheld is a real deal, and you can pre-register to order it from Best Buy. According to the ASUS, the Ally runs on Windows 11 and carries an optimized APU developed by the ASUS and AMD to make it the fastest APU to optimize gameplay performance on the go. It also has dual fans to keep the handheld cool while running a graphically demanding game as quickly as possible. Yeah, I think we've already emphasized that it's not an April Fool's joke. And I think there's more behind the corner when it comes to Fallout New Vegas sequel or whatever, because the Steam update for Fallout 4 for the next-gen version of the Fallout 4 game launched, and they quickly removed some references to the Fallout New Vegas. I don't know if it was a New Vegas game or something on New Vegas, but they quickly removed that, like, we don't want you to see that, you know what I mean? Rumors are swirling among fans that the Fallout franchise, after a new branch titled New Vegas 2 was added to Fallout 4's beacon, the branch was made visible to players via a Steam DB after an update on April 4th. Though references to Fallout New Vegas was quickly deleted, speculations among players has only intensified. The branch was gone by April 5th, but its existence points to a potential for new content in the branch name. A swift removal suggests Bethesda may be trying to quiet down rumors. Naturally, this has the opposite effect, obviously, because people are like, why'd they do that? With many players expectedly tweeting their theories on what this could mean for the franchise. I'm gonna give my 2 cents here. Obsidian's only been saying, we want to make a Fallout game, we want to make a Fallout game. There was like multiple articles coming back last year saying that, hey, we would like to work on Fallout New Vegas again. Hey, why don't we do a remaster of those? Hey, you know what I mean? I'm just getting to the point. But I've mentioned them several times in this video. I've showed the article several times in my videos. You can't convince me that they're not working on something at this point in the background relating to Fallout. Even if it isn't a New Vegas sequel, they're obviously doing something here. Of course, the brand showed up in Fallout 4, meaning it could be related to the game. Instead, the most likely option seems to be a new Fallout 4 content referencing New Vegas like a Creation Club pack. That's certainly possible too. Featuring designs and motives from the beloved game since Fallout 4 is due for a next-gen update sometime this year. Mysterious New Vegas 2 branch could simply be related to upcoming in-game content, which is possible too, because with the new updated version of Fallout 4, they said they were going to add more Creation Club content, but Lord knows only what that is. Meant mainly for nostalgic purposes, not a full-on sequel to the New Vegas. Now I think about it, they have some modders that they have working for Bethesda 2 that they have working on some of this content, I would imagine. I don't know, they've worked with modders from the community before, so it wouldn't be that surprising. Fallout New Vegas was originally released in 2010, a joint venture between Bethesda and Obsidian Entertainment. Launching between the releases of Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, New Vegas became an instant classic, but Obsidian hasn't worked on Fallout franchise since New Vegas, so it's unclear who would work on a potential New Vegas sequel, which could be impacted by the absence of creative responsible for the original game. That said, Obsidian Entertainment CEO Fargus Urquhart, I don't know, I probably butchered that, seems quite open to another Fallout game, which I've mentioned in plenty of other videos. This is the guy, it's like, yeah, we would like to make another Fallout game if Bethesda would let us, and certainly they could, because they're now under the same umbrella known as the Microsoft Xbox Game Studios. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. I can go on, but, you know. Suspicious. It's already going on 25 minutes already. I gotta finish this up. Cyberpunk 2077's new overdrive mode makes the game really ridiculously good looking. This is that full-on, what is it? It's basically ray tracing. It's a full ray tracing support that they were talking about a while ago. Just make sure your PC can handle it, and I don't think a 3090 GPU can handle it. Just saying, you have to have some of the newer, latest graphics card tech that they have, like a 4090. I don't know what the current one is. I've been out of the PC parts market for a while now, so I haven't upgraded my PC in a while, so yeah, this is that full ray tracing support they were talking about. Anyways, going on 26 minutes now. I'm probably gonna have to edit this down. Any news I don't get here, Twitter, you guys know me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. As always, sources used in the video will be in the description below. Drop me a like and subscribe if If you like my videos, please ring the bell. I greatly appreciate it. Any news I don't get here, I'll post on my Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next video.